Ujú, ujú. Exactamente. No siempre forma el robot. Eso tuvo ahí. Ese maldito salgo, man. Ya. Y tú cuando se le dijo al tigre que no, tu conexión con el león es débil, Iván. Era él que lo estaba controlando. Ahora, yo no sé, ¿cuál tú crees que va a morir de esos tigres? Porque yo creo que hay alguno que tiene que morir. Yo creo que sí, porque tú viste la vaina que le cayó, la vaina como de que la quintesencia, la vaina. Pero tú sabes qué es lo que yo creo, que para mí, que esa vaina de la quintesencia, fue la misma vaina que se metió Salcon para vivir todos esos años. Oye, la vaina que le cayó arriba, que era como amarilla, que lo absorbió el cuerpo y se curó. Para mí que es el secreto de Salcon es ahí que está. Pero a lo mejor no, tampoco, Luis, tú sabes, como es de otra historia, tú ves. Sí. Pero lo que te digo es que a lo mejor no muera nadie, porque esta es otra historia. Y además, ¿tú te acuerdas que la bruja le dijo al tipo de que tú eres, tú eras nuestra, tú pudiste ser nuestra mejor arma, que si yo, ok, vaina. Para mí que el tigre no controla todo, esos no son todos los poderes que tiene ese tipo, yo creo. Entonces, otra cosa que te iba a decir también. Entonces, tú sabes que Salcon tiene la vaina esa del león negro, el alma. Entonces, si a ese tigre lo matan, ¿cómo le van a quitar esa vaina a Salcon? Va a haber uno desarmado. Entonces, el alma de ese tigre para complementar el brazo biónico que tiene. Por eso es que ese tigre no va a morir. Y además, calculado. Tú viste que la tipa le dijo que iba a ser su mejor arma. Para mí, que es el único tipo que va a poder con Salcon después. Porque el tipo tiene algo de los garras. No vaina rara. Exactamente, tú ves, si ese tigre lo matan, se jodió todo. Se jode todo. Pero ese Voltron está bacán, está bacán. Me gusta que esos leones son como los soy, loco. La misma vaina. La misma vaina. Sí, sí. Está bien, loco. Bien de bien, mano. En serio, en serio. Me gustó. Pero hay que ver más para adelante ahora, a ver. Y el bon está cortado ya. Qué raro. Sí, aquí hay luz. O sea, que sin luz yo no puedo hablar tampoco. El inversor me está jodido. No, que no creo. El bon está tranquilo. Sí. Es una mierda. Yo le tengo toda esa vaina desactivada a mi Windows 8 por eso mismo. Toda mi vaina de actualización y toda esa mierda está bloqueado. Quiero nada con Windows 10, nada, loco. A mí que no me vendan sueño con eso. Pues sí, yo. Déjame yo ponerme a terminar esta vaina, a ver si me acuesto temprano. Tengo que trabajar ahorita, loco. Estoy despierto de temprano, mano. No, no, tengo pile de vaina, lo que la universidad me tiene matado. Yo tirarme un rato. No, yo nada más voy los domingos, pero que mañana tengo que terminar un trabajo para mandárselo a los muchachos mañana, para que lo revisen y el domingo es el examen final y el trabajo final, no recuerdo disparate ahí. Ah. Administration. Yeah. A ver si uno consigue un par de pesos para ir a visitarte para allá. Después, ya cojan mata grande de aquí a allá, pero. Ah. Muchachos crecen en 2 días, man. 2 días. Ah, hola, pollo, qué bonita, dame yo. Ya sabes, yo mañana te tiro en la noche a ver si jugamos algo, lo que sea. Yo no tengo ese juego, loco, eso hay que comprarlo. Eso cuesta dinero, pollo, y no tenemos para eso. ¿Qué está eso en Steam? Ah, bueno. El Bon y yo no llegamos ahí todavía, Luis, hay que pagar. Son $60 que cuesta. Bueno, si tú se vas al Bon, yo iba allá a jugar. Que el Bon tiene una computadora responsable. ¿Y el capitán no la compró? Bueno, nada. Una, déjame yo seguirme en esto. Yo mañana te tiro a ver qué es lo que es. Mi manito hablando.
Raven, not give up the fight.
Enemy is here.
This is not over. I've got you in my sights. Get behind me.
Justice reigns
Forever. I shall die.
at will. Огонь по готовности!
of the game.
Justice reigns from above.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis. Select your hero.
Our world is worth fighting for.
Ryan, don't you think it's time you hung it? You're not getting any younger.
Never. I will fight to my last breath.
I can't wait to get started.
Now show them.
Okay.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
All systems operational. Diva, ready for combat.
身を捨てても妙理は捨てず I was wondering if you'd say something for me. It's...
After this match is over, right now, it's time to get serious.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
That's the best I can do! Say!
Let us hope for a different outcome.
Fire in the hole! Target eliminated.
Say!
The objective is mine. Be quick about it.
Heroes never die.
もう一戦願おう。
Heroes never die.
I am ready.
Got you in my sights.
I am healed. I found the teleporter. I will not waste this chance.
Heroes never die.
The objective is mine. Be quick about it. Take. I will not falter.
Helden sterben nicht.
60 seconds remaining.
Haven't had enough.
本気を見せてみろ。戦いは終わらん。
30 seconds remaining.
Make every second count! Crush their defenses!
Ten seconds.
The battle draws to its conclusion. We must attack.
Nerf this.
Got you in my sights.
Defeat. Play of the game. Epic.
Right.
Epic.
That is the way.
Prepare your defenses.
Hello folks, today is June 24th, 2016. My name is Jake Baldino. Welcome to the Untitled Friday Gaming News Show thing. Really good to be back in the saddle here after E3. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Not considering E3 stuff because we already covered all that. Go check it out. I made a playlist just for all the E3 videos we did. Super proud of what the team pulled off this year. It was a good time. Also, I don't know if you guys know it, but as of this week, the Nintendo 64 is 20 years old. So big up to Nintendo 64 for being an old fuck. And for me, feeling like my life is slowly falling apart. But let's get into the first thing this week. A really cool short film made completely in Unity titled Adam. I know we see a lot of these cool tech demo short film things with robots, but this one looks really, really great. So I think if you're a graphics nerd, you should check it out. I linked all the stuff I'm talking about today down in the description below, so, you know, go over there. But what was really the laughing stock this week is this Overwatch clone. It's actually a mobile game, and it's called Legend of Titan. This was developed in China. It's clearly a blatant ripoff, but I gotta say, it's pretty impressive that they emulated it that well for mobile. Sure, the frame rate looks like shit, but oh my god, the characters and the gameplay and everything is exactly the same. It's so blatant. It's hilarious. We all had a really good time, but apparently the developer of it responded on Reddit through translation, stating that it was really just used for educational purposes and to demonstrate how easy it is to replicate and rip off game systems for mobile. So I guess that's good. I don't think they're actually going to try and market and sell this thing, but I think the reality is you're telling me that some little kid out there that doesn't have a nice shiny new console but has an iPhone and $1 to spend on the App Store isn't going to see this and get really excited? That's just the nature of how these rip-off things work for mobile games. So I don't know if you guys remember that Game Boy thing that Hyperkin is making, but now it's taking pre-orders and this looks super nice. It's basically a Game Boy base that you slot your phone into and it turns your phone into an actual game. Stuff like this before, but Hyperkin's actual implementation seems to be the best one, and it's only going to be $60. And I think that's pretty interesting. It's going to be fairly open. Of course, this is an Android device. It's officially releasing December 1st, and this isn't like an endorsement or anything, but I'm kind of into it because I do like playing Pokemon on my Android phone, so hey. And in other news, Steam sale! Steam summer sale! Holy fuck! Can you fucking believe it? Yeah, Steam summer sale is here, and it's pretty good. Steam, you know, doesn't really do the flash sales anymore, so sometimes the deals aren't absolutely as crazy, but things are pretty good this year. I already bought a ton of shit. Stardew Valley. Doom's half price. You should have fucking bought that at full price though because it is so good. When Doom's on sale, if you're a VR person, there's a lot of VR sales. All the Sonic games are still on sale, but most of them are still way too expensive than they have any right being. You can get this War of Mine for like $5. You can also get Art for like $50. Hey, I just bought another game right here while I'm making the show. Okay. In conclusion, capitalism. There's a lot of good shit if you're a PC gamer or somewhat of a PC gamer. You know, Steam sale is definitely worth taking a look at. And one of my favorite reveals from E3 is the new God of War game. And we got snippets of new details after the reveal this week. We got some details about the gameplay. Apparently, it is all based on this axe, and they use the triggers, which I think is very interesting. But there's a system between using the axe, throwing the axe, and using your fists. And I think that could be pretty cool. It's interesting though because it just seems so much slower to get rid of the God of War. But what I do appreciate, and I did get to actually see a better example of this at E3, is the fact that you level up both Kratos and the boy, which is very cool because you can get more abilities from both of them as the game progresses and you can kind of do a daddy-son ability. Not specific things, but I am calling that this is the son of after Kratos had right, and now Thor has it out for Kratos, but I'm just getting really deep into the Norse mythology. But I hope that's the case because that could make a really cool story. Spoiler alert, maybe. And apparently, word on the street, according to some FCC filings, there's going to be a new DualShock 4 controller. People are using this through this new filing, and the way the numbers sync up, it usually is the same or similar when it's just a new special edition or a new color of the controller. But this is a completely different number. So people are speculating that maybe this is going to be a new PlayStation 4 controller, maybe with the PS Neo, or maybe it's an Elite controller similar to the Xbox One Elite controller. Either way though, I'm all for it. I love the idea of constantly evolving controllers. Like look at the first Xbox. Do you remember how bad that first controller was? Then they updated it and things were great. Yeah, does it suck to buy a new controller because they're like really expensive now? Sure, but you can just not buy it. I didn't buy the Xbox Elite controller because that thing is fucking ridiculously priced. I have it. It's really nice. It's so good. And in other news that I thought was very interesting, according to Sean, the lead from Hello Games behind No Man's Sky, apparently they were embroiled in a big legal battle over the word Sky in the name of the game for over 2 years, and the lawsuit has finally been settled. And I gotta say, that's definitely the case for the last-minute delay. But apparently there was a legal dispute with Sky TV. The word Sky? How does that work? How does the world work? But I gotta say, I'm glad that's not a thing anymore, and now maybe we can finally get No Man's Sky. And the developer himself said it very well in his tweet. Secret, stupid, legal nonsense. Well said. And speaking of a European game developer, the thing in the news right now is Brexit. The people of Britain voting to leave the European Union. Now, I'm just a dumb American. I have no place to tell you guys how to feel about that. But there have been questions with a lot of UK games. A lot of great games and a lot of great game companies are in the United Kingdom. How are these changes and eventual changes in regulations going to affect the people that make some of our favorite games? So honestly, I'm just giving you guys information so That kind of just sums up the state of things and what developers are doing and what things could lead you down the line. Trust is still settling from all this and everybody's still freaking out, so we don't know yet. But if you do like to be read up and knowledgeable on this stuff, it's down there. Also, in some breaking VR news, Oculus is apparently removing their VR that were blocking the Vive. We talked about those a few weeks ago. Yes, apparently today they updated the Oculus Home that removes all that DRM nonsense and basically paves the way once again for VR to kind of be more of an open platform. And as someone who is invested and excited for VR, I've been saying, open that shit up, let VR succeed the way it can. So I think this is good progress, but it also begs the question. Remember last week when Valve announced that they were really funding for VR games? Combat VR exclusives are really trying to open up the platform again? Well, maybe it works. Maybe Oculus is reacting. And it's some lighthearted news. Like, I like sharing the shit that people make in games because it's always just so amazing that people can bend video games to their will. Well, check out Shirecraft. I don't usually talk about Minecraft that much, but I think it is worth mentioning at this time because this is over 1,500 players that contributed over 5 years of work to make this massive map. This Shirecraft server is massive. It has a bunch of different districts, all types of buildings, foliage, a full rail system, and it's really, really ambitious. If you can tell by the images, this is like really really cool things. And last but not least, if you haven't hopped over to my personal channel yet, go over there. This weekend I'm putting out a video on Resident Evil 7 because I have a lot to say about it, so if you ever wanted to watch a white guy ramble about Resident Evil for like 10 minutes, go over there, check it out. There's nowhere else they can find it. I know, goddamn. So a lot of you guys losing your minds because last week we didn't do a giveaway because we were doing E3 coverage. I regret to inform you that we are canceling the giveaway. Just kidding, no we're not, idiots. You guys know the deal. Every single week there's a form below, you click it, you sign up once to enter, you enter once, you enter forever, and then every single week I go in and I pick a random winner to win a free game. This week's winner is... Congratulations, you won. Check your inbox, I'll be hitting you up soon. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, guys. It's kind of like a slow week, but I tried to dig up some interesting shit for you guys. And then there's still all the dust settling from E3, so if you guys want to talk about that, let's talk about anything down in the comments below. Did you get anything from Steam sales? How do you feel about God of War? I'm all about it. And have you ever made anything in Minecraft that is actually worth telling anyone about? I know I haven't, but let's talk about any of that down in the comments below. You guys know I'm also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now Snapchat for the kids. Follow me on any of those things if you want to hang out and talk about video games. Be my friend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I missed doing this last week. I'm so happy to be back. Click the like button. Helps me out so much. Get game ranks out. We can do this show. More shit for you guys. Subscribing if you're new is a good idea because we put out videos every single day. Usually not shitty like this though. Usually our videos are better. I promise. I'm sorry. But you guys know the deal. I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Keep on gaming.
There's also a bevy of Easter eggs and references found all throughout the bloodstained corridors of Mars UAC and the Dark Music. And that's why we're here to present you the top 10 Easter eggs and secrets found in Doom. Starting off with number 10, you remember Dopefish? It was an enemy originating in Commander Keen, an episodic 2D platformer developed by id Software in the early 90s. That part's not really important though. The important thing is that Dopefish has become kind of an Easter egg phenomenon over the years, being referenced in everything from Quake, to Max Payne, to Duke Nukem, M2, Descent, etc. I'm not gonna name them. Add one more game to the series. Dopefish returns in the form of a little box of cup ramen found in numerous levels, such as Resource Operations, Lazarus Labs, and Vega Central Processing. This Easter egg isn't mind-blowing or anything, but Dopefish is one of the longest-running game dev gags, and it's cool to see it pop up again. Moving on to number 9, mention Commander Keen last country. Just so happens that there's let's break it! Pretty much at least halfway through. Once you reach this area, you look up and you see this thing, you'll know that you're in the right place. Hop on over to the right where you'll have to deal with the lost souls that will take care of. then turn around and head towards this cave. Inside you'll find a machine gun and head on a stick.
Time is running out.
It's obviously there. It's also a way to see Easter egg 2, where you can find John Romero's stick. Now, don't leave this level, because for number 8, we're going to continue moving through Kathingir Sanctum all the way till about the end of the level. After you have to fend off multiple variants of hell, do a complete 180 from the door that just opened, and head inside this cave. Oh, let's break it! But also this little guy, an adventurer like you, many good and also flames and everything. Anyway, I'm just gonna assume that everyone knows where this is from and just move on to number 7. Remember that lever? Every single level in Doom 2016 has one of these levers hidden, and for good reason, because they each hide a classic level from either Doom 1 or Doom 2. This sort of thing has become a pretty common Easter egg in id-developed games. Rage had classic levels from Quake, Doom, and Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein had Wolfenstein levels, and now Doom has classic Doom levels hidden in every mission. The game even tells you which levels you're playing so you can go back to the original and compare the two. And number 6, don't leave that classic Doom room yet. While inside a classic Doom area, if you die by way of getting gibbed, wait around for a little while and... it's a classic Doom guy face. Note that it seems like you need to kill yourself using one of the explosive barrels. I've tried to repeat it several times using just a rocket launcher with no success. Regardless of the trigger though, it's still a pretty neat Easter egg. Coming in at number 5, Bethesda just loves to drop references to other Bethesda games and games they publish, and in addition to the Skyrim Easter egg we showed you earlier, as you could guess, there's also a mini Fallout Easter egg. This Easter egg is found right at the start of the game, before you even get into the first legitimate level. After your first big battle against the Room of Imps, quickly rush over to the door before it opens, and take a look at the sticker in the bottom left. Yep, that's the logo for Vault-Tec, the same corporation that's at the center of the Fallout series. Does this mean that Doom and Fallout are part of the same universe? I doubt it. I think it's just Bethesda having a bit of fun, but who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of the Bethesda-verse. Number 4, this is a returning Easter egg from Doom 3 in which players can find an arcade cabinet featuring Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3, where you could press a button to punch turkeys. I don't know. It's a weird Easter egg, but it returns in the 2016 Doom, and here's how to find it. The arcade cabinet is located in the mission entitled Advanced Research Complex, and you'll have to play through about halfway through the level up to this point where you kill a bunch of Macubi and Revenants. You'll then be able to lower the security field, but before you move on to where you're supposed to go, head through here with the airlock, and then once inside, hop over the boxes to find the cabinet, where you could punch turkeys or something. I don't know. Number 3, Super Turbo Turkey Puncher isn't your cup of tea. Perhaps you'd like to try another. This one can be found in the Lazarus Labs inside the office of Olivia Pierce. This is pretty late into the level, and you'll know you're in the right place when you see a holographic coffin inside. Examine this computer and start playing a game called Doom: Human Destruction. This is basically a matchmaking puzzle game that can't get practice. You can even try to compete for a high score. As a little bonus, each of the names and scores on this high score list have a special meaning. ID Mom_DJ refers to Donna Jackson, office manager at id Software, also known as Hit. Olivia P obviously refers to Olivia Pierce, officer in, and you also have to be one of the big bads in the story of the game. Mason PS is the Twitter handle of RPS, programmer at id Software. And then if you want to get into some scores, 12 June 1993 is December 10th, 1993, which is the release date of the original Doom on MS-DOS. 5/13/2016 is May 13th, 2016, just 2 days ago, and is in fact the release date of Doom. August 3rd, 2004, you guessed it, the release date of Doom 3. I'm sure everything here has some sort of meaning. If you know it all, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear. Number 2, this is a throwback to Doom 2's final boss, the Icon of Sin. The level entitled The Metropolis, as you near the end of the level, actually spawn the Icon of Sin way off in the distance. It's not just decoration though. Shoot it in its weak spot just like you would in Doom 2, and eventually you'll cause a cube to float out of its head, delivering you a collectible Doom guy. And finally, number 1, of course, that's the Terminator Easter egg. found by simply taking a swim in the lava and dying in order to see the simple but oh so effective reference to Terminator 2. Judgment.
area.
This can be done pretty much anywhere there's lava, but a good place to see it super early on would be Trustable. Make sure that it's the lava that kills you and not some stray shot by an enemy. And that's our list. It hasn't been very long since Doom release, and there's a very good chance that even cooler secrets will be discovered.
This is my jam!
But for now, this is what we've got. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching, and if you found this video to be helpful, entertaining, or informative in any way, please do us a favor and hit that like button. Here at Game Ranks, we make awesome videos like this every single day, and the best way to be a part of that is by hitting that subscribe button. I've been your friendly neighborhood Spidey, and I'll see you next time.
That portal looks to us. Just save it.
Oh, time to accelerate!
Overtime.
Doom is a game that irrevocably changed gaming, and we can still see so many of the conventions brought forth by it in new games today. And that's why Game Ranks is about to bring you 10 Doom facts you probably didn't know. Number 10, Wolfenstein and Doom actually share some interesting bits of lore. For instance, in Wolfenstein RPG, which actually came out in 2008, the Nazis summon the Harbinger of Doom. The game's protagonist, William Joseph, or BJ Blazkowicz, rips off the demon's hand and leg and sends it back to hell. The demon basically makes the promise that it's going to make the lives of all of BJ's descendants much more difficult. Who are BJ's descendants? Well, Commander Keen is one. Commander Keen's dad is named Arthur Kenneth Blaze, but Blaze happens to be a show name, Blazkowicz being his real name. Arthur Kenneth Blaze is on television, you see. They named their son William Joseph, or BJ, but they call him Billy. Thanks to Doom RPG, which actually came out before Wolfenstein RPG, you know that the Doom Marine, who is the protagonist of all of the mainline Doom games and Doom RPG, actually happens to be BJ Blazkowicz III. They effectively connected Wolfenstein, Commander Keen, and Doom into a single continuity. Number 9, cover artist Don Ivan Punchatz was given the option of a percentage of the game's profits or a straight fee when he created the cover of Doom, one of the most iconic covers in gaming history. He opted to take the straight fee on account, really, id Software was a freaking startup at the time, and he had no idea it was going to be a massive hit. I don't know if you've ever done anything creative as a job, but eating becomes a priority, and I completely get it. Sadly, Punchatz died at 73 in 2009, but he wasn't the only person to make some kind of art for the game Doom, working basically for free. Manny Charlton of Nazareth wrote a song about Doom and sent it to id Software on a cassette tape with the note, "Kick some demon butt to this." The song also appears on one of Charlton's albums. Number 8, in the mid-90s, Doom was so popular that it actually was installed on more PCs than Windows 95. This obviously got Bill Gates fairly excited, and for a time he actually wanted to purchase id Software. Obviously, if gaming made Doom more popular than an operating system that everything uses, one could understand. He was so excited about Doom, he did this really weird presentation about how Windows 95 was the quote-unquote game platform, vowing to clean up the DOS mess. Which I don't know if you've ever tried to play games on DOS. He's not wrong. It was a mess. Not buying id Software was actually part of that. Instead, Bill Gates worked with id Software to port the game to Windows 95. Now, when I say worked with, I mean he created an internal Microsoft team to do the port for them. Obviously, they did that to attract people to the Windows platform for gaming, but the team itself was led by Gabe Newell. This project was what sowed the seeds for a lot of stuff, including the Xbox existing. But more importantly, if this hadn't happened, Gabe Newell maybe not would have gotten into gaming, at least from a programming side. He may not have recognized the organizational problems that existed in Microsoft's gaming division and left and created Valve, which has changed gaming irrevocably. Number 7, for quite a while, the first-person shooter genre was known as Doom clones. And you know what? That's fair. In fact, most genres start that way. It may not be to the degree that the first-person shooter genre was called that, but often genres are created when a single game kicks off a new gameplay element that no one thought of before and revolves the entire game around it. And certainly Wolfenstein 3D was before Doom, but one could almost say that Wolfenstein 3D was a test bed for id Software in creating Doom. Doom was significantly more advanced than Wolfenstein 3D, and pretty much popularized the 3D game, period. In fact, I would go ahead and say that Doom was probably the single biggest thing that has ever happened in PC gaming. So yes, when people basically made engines that were essentially there to be like Doom and provide a different spin on it, being visual or storytelling or whatever, Duke Nukem 3D still plays a whole hell of a lot like Doom. Number 6. In the original Doom, there's a cyber demon with a mechanical arm and leg. Sounds very much like that Harbinger of Doom in Wolfenstein RPG, doesn't it? You know, the one we were talking about at the top of the video? Now, obviously, this was all interconnected after the fact, but it's the same sprite as Doom's cyber demon. As you might recall, in number 10, I said that Harbinger swore revenge on the descendants of BJ Blazkowicz, and although Commander Keen got off scotch-free, pretty much every incarnation of the Doom Marine is a Blazkowicz in some way, unless you count the random Doom novels, but I don't. Before the demon was banished to another dimension or hell or whatever you want to explain it as, BJ Blazkowicz I lopped off the limbs that you see replaced with cybernetic limbs in the Doom sprite. Now, there's no explicit narrative, and I think that a lot of these continuity things were really kind of just thought up in the last decade to create a shared universe, but frankly, I like the idea of an id shared universe. Number 5, John Carmack, the co-founder of id Software and the creator of Wolfenstein, Doom, Quake, and just a programming machine, is also a rocket scientist. There's probably not a whole lot of self-taught aerospace engineers out there, but after he conquered the gaming world in 2000, he decided he was going to do just that. He founded a company called Armadillo Airspace that eventually competed in a NASA contest known as the Lunar Lander Challenge and won first place. The company is not currently operating, but is not formally shut down either. So who knows, maybe eventually they'll send a spaceship out filled with Doom Marines and, I don't know, not fight any demons, because those are definitely not real. But if it does turn out that they are real, remember Armadillo Airspace. That's the way to go. Number 4, the sound that's made by imps and former humans when they die, that horrible, low-pitched sound, is actually a two-humped camel's mating call. When I first heard that, I didn't necessarily entirely believe it, so I spent a little bit of time looking into footage of camels making that awful sound. And it's not awful in a scary sense by any means, it's just a low sound, anybody can go, ooh. But if you've ever wondered why a bunch of camels show up whenever you play Doom with that thirsty look in their eyes, well, now you know. Number 3, there is a ridiculous map called Nuts3.wad. Nothing about that sounds right, but I don't know how intentional it is, because the map itself is basically just an arena with 12,263 monsters placed on a map. There are archviles, and they resurrect monsters, so really you could end up with a very large amount of monsters to fight over time. Way more than 12,263. There's also secret areas, and that's basically how you beat it. You have to do something involving them. And there are videos on the internet of people beating all 12,263 monsters. Number 2, Doom, the very first-person shooter to have an online multiplayer mode, operated on a TCP and UDP port of 666. Ooh, so edgy. Careful, you might get cut on those edges there. No, but I get it, because it involves demons, and being they were probably among the first to do something like that, it kind of makes sense that there would be in-jokes between the programmers where they go, let's make the port 666. I get it, it's not as douchey as if somebody did that today and posted about it on Twitter and expected everybody to laugh and retweet it and get offended when that doesn't happen and the entire internet collectively yawns at it. Remember, this did happen in the early 90s. And finally, number 1, a lot of the guns in Doom were, believe it or not, modeled on guns that the developers found in Toys R Us, meaning Nerf and generic Nerf, because let's face it, are there Nerf competitors? Who knows? I don't recall there ever being any, so whatever. Just basically taking weapons that are super colorful and shoot foam darts and covering them in dingy, dirty, used-looking metal was essentially what brought us some of the most iconic video game weapons of all time. Now it's important to note not all of the weapons, but several of them are. So the next time you pick up a BFG, consider the possibility that it's actually an NERF. And that concludes today's Doom history lesson. I'm absolutely positive you didn't know all of this stuff. If you did, I'd love to hear about it, tell me in the comments, but otherwise, let's use the comment section to just talk about how great Doom is and how weird some of these facts are. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and if you're not subscribed, now is a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every single day of the week. As always, we thank you very much for watching this. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero, and we will see you next time right here on GameRanks.
They're taking the objective. Let's knock them
Objective
back.
lost. Stop the payload.
Para reporting.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
Right now, two are fiercely
Armor here.
The hunter plays a trap for his prey.
Armor up. Well, that's a good spot.
Take my turret!
Огонь по готовности!
Fire in the hole!
I've got you in my sights.
Fire in the hole!
Helden sterben nicht.
You'll love this one.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
Oh, just leave this here. Watch his head.
Time's up. Let's try that again.
Back for more. Armor here. Fire in the hole!
I've got you in my sights.
Here comes for you! Fire in the hole! Stop the
分かった気を食らう what you can do.
Oh, let's break it!
Oh, you really stepped in it, mate. Good job.
Огонь по готовности!
Fire in the hole!
30 seconds.
Blocking them all.
Got it!
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
Helden sterben nicht.
Looks like that was it,
Victory! Play of the game.
Nerf this! Justice reigns from above!
Epic.
Mission accomplished.
There are many aspects of World of Warcraft that made World of Warcraft the game it is today, so my channel would be essentially nothing without discussing the 5 weird things that we all do in World of Warcraft. Let me know in the comments section what the weirdest things you have done in World of Warcraft are. Without further ado, let's begin the video starting with number 5. In number 5 we have ERP, or what I like to call Erping. Well, if you don't know what Erping is, you aren't a true World of Warcraft player. Or maybe you are. Either way, Erping takes place within a pretty large portion of the community, in a place that most people like to call the dark side. Erping is an activity that requires multiple players to partake in the sexy times. This usually resides in the form of one character standing over another character's lap and spamming the X on your keyboard. Your sit key, obviously. I mean, it's not particularly weird. Yeah, not really. It's virtual sexy times. In number 4, we have ERP with furry.
Let's just get the job
World of Warcraft, a game based on a few main plots. More importantly, features several races and characters of furry interest, if you know what I mean. Now, that isn't exactly the weird part. The weird part is FERP, or what I like to call Furping. It's pretty self-explanatory. Mandarin, Worgen, going at it. And what is there not to love about that? The sad thing is that if you log onto World of Warcraft and go to the Gold Shire and on Moonguard, this is a frequent thing. But hey, you know, each to their own. In number 3, we have Dancing for Gold. Maybe not so much now, but there are still people that do it. Dancing for Gold was a huge, and I'm talking a gargantuan gold farming movement that still exists in WoW today. Do you remember the times? There was no physical way to get one gold anytime soon. Then you went and asked that guy who had been dancing how much money he had made from dancing for gold. He said, 1 gold an hour. And so immediately you
They're still fighting me yet!
Did anyone take out that turret yet? The one that was on the...
Enemy turret ahead! I can't hold forever! Eat on!
Clearing the area.
Turret's down. I was killed, but at least the turret was knocked off.
Enemy turret ahead.
Anyone else want some?
Enemy turret destroyed.
The point is mine, and you can't have it.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Protect the payload. Damn it!
Enemy turret over there! Fire in the hole!
Heroes
Enemy
never
turret
die.
over there!
Bailing out.
Double kill.
I'm not a good loser. Weapon systems overloaded.
than a human with a gun. Audiences never changed. Listen.
다시 한 판 해보자고. 물질 인기.
Pass into the iris.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Heroes never die.
Nerf this. Mecha action. Now that's teamwork. Defense matrix activated. Payload is on.
Victory! Play of the game. Traveling to Mumbai. Traveling to Mumbai. Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Prepare your defenses.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
I remember being posted.
I grow tired of waiting.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, time to heal up.
We can do it together.
See that which is
5,
unseen.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Enemies.
Stop the payload.
I am restored. I am not deterred.
I've got you in my sights.
See that which is unseen.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Such potential!
Oh, turn it up!
See through the dragon's eyes. Right. Now, do what you were built to do. Armor here. Marked by the dragon. There is no way to hide.
This will stop. Activating self-destruct sequence. This.
Great. I have big plans for you. Show them what you can do.
These old dogs still knows it.
Start over at the beginning.
F it up!
Thank you.
Much obliged.
Let's see if yet.
See
This.
through the dragon's eyes.
I've got you in my sights.
Fire in the hole!
I am restored. Marked by the dragon. Armor here!
Yeah, time to heal up.
Start over at the beginning. I foresee great things for you. My aim is true.
Helden sterben nicht.
See through the dragons.
Get ready. They're coming back. Enemy turret ahead.
Start over at the beginning.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Enemy turret down.
See that which is unseen. I've got you in my sights. I've got you in my... I will not be defeated so easily.
Now show them.
My arrow finds its mark. Marked by the dragon.
Activating self-destruct sequence. Enemy turret ahead.
I've got you in my sights.
Game on! Nerf this! Suiting up! Nerf this!
I will not be defeated so easily.
Enemy turret ahead!
I've got you in my sights.
Nerf this!
Never surrender. Show them what you can do. Marked by the dragon.
The payload is approaching its destination.
I must redeem myself.
Enemy turret ahead!
I foresee great things for you. Let's do this.
Oh, let's break it! Hey!
redeem myself.
Armor, come get it! Turret ahead! Not one of mine!
Thank
you. Enemy turret destroyed! My ultimate is almost
60
ready!
seconds remaining.
Oh, this is my jam!
My aim is true. Yuga waga teki wo kurau! Very slow. A dragon pursues.
Game on!
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, let's break it!
You were right in that.
Thank you.
10 seconds remaining.
See through the darkness eyes. You have my
Victory. Play of the game.
I've got you in my
Self-destruct sequence!
Sage!